So with housing costs on the rise, I know that we are all focused on a lot of things we can't control. We're focused on high taxes, high interest rates, high HOAs as a result of the high taxes, and insurance and all of that. And so I really want to step back and give you one thing that you can absolutely do by the end of this video to get prepared to buy your next home. Whether you're in a home or you're looking to buy your next home, this one thing is something we can control that we need to be focused on more than we already are. So stay tuned till the end and I'll let you in on that little secret. If you don't know, my name is Jeremy Kane. Welcome to the channel. Living in the Denver suburbs, eXp Realty. I'm a real estate agent in the city of Denver and the Front Range. I work from Castle Rock all the way to the Wyoming border. So my Northern Colorado friends always reach out. It is my goal to help you build wealth through real estate, however that is. So on this channel, on these social platforms, I share all kinds of information about strategies to get you ready to purchase, get you ready to sell. You study the market intensely to be the greatest resource to you. I'm a connector at heart, and that's what I do. So if you like what you hear in this video or on any of the videos that you may watch, please like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that we are staying in touch. If you have anyone that's ever asking about real estate and you don't know the answer, I would love to talk to them. Please make an intro. You know how to find me. So let's get into this one thing, right? So we're talking about the real estate market. When you're talking about buying a home, there's all kinds of different things that we need to start doing, right? First and foremost, to save as much money as you can. Yes, there are down payment assistance programs, but we want to make sure that even if you do buy a house, that you have a little bit left over. I tell people that houses break, especially when you don't have any money. So we want to make sure that we have a little bit of a slush fund, if at all possible, when we're looking to purchase a home. This is something that's very important to me. I help coach my clients on this. So whether you're a first-time home buyer, bought 10, 15 homes before, we want to make sure that you do have a little bit of a slush fund for this home, even if it's an investment property. I like to keep $5,000 to $10,000 on hand in cash for something that could go wrong in those bank accounts. And then, we build that up as we go. So that's the first thing. So start saving aggressively. Do the little things that matter, because purchasing a home is absolutely an amazing avenue to build wealth, as we know from all the statistics. So that's first things first. Next, we want to start to research, neighborhoods. Okay. And what are we looking for? Look at your life, project your life out for 2 to 5 years. I know that's hard for some people, but what's going to matter, right? Are there kids in the picture that aren't in school, but will be going to school? Are there kids in the picture that are in school, and maybe won't be in the house when you're looking to, move, and things like that. So make sure that you are focused on what neighborhoods matter. What are you looking for in a neighborhood? Because myself, as the father of 3 young daughters, certainly is, looking at, the schools, the parks, the community, that kind of stuff. Whereas if you're a young professional or you're an empty nester, probably don't care about the schools and parks. Or maybe you do, but start looking at those neighborhoods and seeing what it might take to get into those neighborhoods that you would like to be in. Sometimes these neighborhoods may be in different states, right? I always make sure that people are really focused on the community and not just moving into a community blindly, right? If you are not from the area, you need to rely heavily on, your real estate agent and the people in the community, but go entrench yourself in that community. Go out to restaurants, do the things, especially when you're visiting, looking at homes, just to make sure that you are finding that right neighborhood. Because the very worst thing you can do is, fall in love with a house and find out later after you've purchased it that the community is not what you were looking for. And that's huge, right? So understand your priorities. This goes along with that. Do you have to have a garage, right? Does it snow there like it does here in Denver? Do you like shoveling snow? Do you like, shoving snow off your car? All of those things come into play. But understand your priorities, right? Are you somebody who eats out a lot, or do you like to cook? All those things, does the kitchen matter? What do the finishes matter? Are you somebody who's handy and can fix things up? Or are you like me? It's like, well, I don't have the time or the, knowledge to do some of those things. So, can I hire it out? Is it a an area where I can have access to trades and handymen and all of those things, that's where we need to really kind of focus and narrow down our priorities. So we're starting to put this all together. And unfortunately, a lot of people are like, okay, I'm ready to buy a house. And they're doing all these things like within a 2-month time period. So certainly those things come up. But again, this is just getting ready, right? And then finally, we need to build our real estate team early. We need to call me. I'm the real estate agent, and I can actually help you build your team customized to your likings, your personality, and all the things. I would love to be your real estate resource. Even if you're not in Colorado, I can still be a part of that. I am part of a very tight-knit organization of 3,300 agents globally, as well as a brokerage of 90,000 agents. So if you're not from Colorado, you're looking at buying a home, I would love to be a part of that. Find you an excellent realtor who's licensed in your area, but also help you kind of get these steps prepared. But a team's important. The right lender, the right, contractors on hand if you're going to buy something that might need a little work. The right everything, right? So the good news is I know a lot of the right people, so that's your first step. Just call me. But building a real estate team is of utmost importance, all joking aside. And then finally, are you ready for the one thing that you can actually control? Taxes are out of control. HOAs are uncontrollable. Your insurance is uncontrollable. All the things seem to be adding up, right? The interest rates we can't control, but we actually can limit our interest rates if we focus on our credit. The credit is the one variable that we can actually control that will make a difference. And so no matter where you're at in the process, if you literally just closed last week, like a few of you have, I have had a couple closings in the last couple weeks, you need to be focusing on your credit, right? You had good enough credit to get approved for a loan. You just added a massive debt if you do have a mortgage to your, credit report, but we need to make sure that we are not blowing that credit score up, especially in the higher interest rate times, because when the interest rates fall, the interest rates that we talk about and that are quoted by the lenders that are allowed to do that are usually the prime credit score with the prime amount down. So the truth is that obviously we can control our amount down by savings, but you never know when that interest rate's going to drop enough for it to make sense for you to do that refinance that you were maybe hoping to do at some point. So this is of utmost importance. Your credit score needs to be your number one priority, and it always needs to be monitored, and Credit Karma is not the answer. So certainly if you had just purchased a home, you got a little bit of time, but you want to be prepared. You can't just go and blow up your credit now that you purchased a home. I don't care if you're going to be there forever, because that credit score is going to come back and haunt you when you do go to refinance, right? To get a discount on your mortgage payment, so to speak, if you refinance, we want to make sure that you have the optimal credit score. So it's not time to blow it up if you just purchased a home. But for those of you that may be looking to move in the next year or two, now is the perfect time to optimize that. And I'm going to tell you, I was on this call yesterday, and they said that a credit score of 720 and a credit score of 780 for the same property on an average price home here in Denver could mean up to a $300 difference in a monthly payment. That is absolutely massive, and knowing that we control that variable in our credit for the most part, and we don't control the taxes, the insurance, all of the interest rate that we have on the loan, right? That's controlled hopefully if you're in a 30-year fix, but we don't have any control over that. We can't change that until we can. And so we can help our credit score. So just do me a favor. Just bought a house, stay focused on it. Looking at buying a house, let's get you in touch with a lender. Let's look at that, because a 720 credit score back in the day, I still think that's a good credit score, right? But a 720 to 780 is a massive change. So think about 650 to 780. Right? Or 800. So those are things that we need to focus on. Those are things that we can control. And sometimes in this talk of all the high interest rates, taxes, all the things, this is a massive difference. And so we want to make sure that we have optimal credit score, because you never know if you own a house when you have a chance to refinance. You never know when your life's going to change and you need to make a move and you need to get another mortgage. And these are just things that we really need to understand that we actually control. Right? And if we can make sure we have the optimal credit score, the very best credit score we can have for that time and that place at all times, you will always have the opportunity to use the gift of leverage when it comes to real estate. And so I just thought that was very interesting, because even on this channel, I don't talk about that very often, but really it's of utmost importance to focus on that credit score, because we want to make sure that that brings our monthly payment. And a 60-point jump right there in good credit area is a $300 difference on an average home here in Denver. So that's a massive deal. And if we can make the right payments, and here's the deal, I want you to start, if you have poor credit, let's have a conversation with somebody that actually knows how to fix it. Because just saving up and paying off every single debt and paying off all the collectors and all the things all at once in a shotgun order is probably not the best bet. Let's have a conversation. I know it sucks to think about it. It sucks to bring that part up. You're probably not proud of it. But if your credit is of issue, or it's not optimal, if it's not above 800, let's have a conversation to really understand how to dial that in. I'm not that person, but I have people that can help you, lenders, credit repair people, all the things. So I just thought that was very interesting, because even I didn't realize how important that credit score could be. And I know that the credit score can be manipulated pretty well when you have time and you have money to kind of put back into that credit. And if you're saving for a house, we've always thought, okay, we need to make sure our credit's okay, but have we really thought of improving it, right? Oh, I have a 725 credit score, I'm pretty good. No, let's try and get it to the optimal level so we can absolutely get the best deal, because that's what we can control. We can't control the interest rate, we can't control the insurance, and we can't control the taxes, and we certainly can't control the home affordability, the price of the home. So the biggest key to affordability is controlling what we can control, and that's our credit. So I hope that helps. Please, let me know what you think. If you have any questions or you would like to chat, shoot me a DM. You can shoot me a text message, 303-210-0378. I'm Jeremy Kane with eXp Realty, living in the Denver suburbs. Let's go out and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's hang out on the socials. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.